Hi everyone, welcome back. So, we're back to do part 2 of the gorgeous colouring in Fragile World. Excuse my desk, I am loaded down with pencils and practising and all sorts. So we were doing the gorgeous page with the lovely Mandrill. It lost it for a second, it came back. And I've been doing lots of research on fruit, on these different fruits, because now he's got green in his face, I need to get it right. I have knocked back the orange that I'd put on his mouth because it was just too much, and I know the picture had it in, but it just didn't sit right. So I have knocked it back a little bit. Okay, so let's focus on the ones that I have managed to find. Now this little guy down here is what is called, I think I'm going with, a horned melon. So I'm going with that one. Then up here, these ones are called, I don't know, I'll have to come back to you. I can't remember what they're called. Yes, these ones, these blue ones, I'll get the proper name for you and I'll tell you. But they're one of the brightest fruits known to man. How cool is that? Anyway, you're probably not interested in all that. Let me get started. So I want to start with this little horned melon down here. So let's come in. This is going to be tricky. I've got to move everything. Okay, so I'm moving it because my tripod's being a pain. There we go. See, it's moving. It's lost its like stability. And I've got 3 simple colours for this one. I have got, if you can see, I have got, let's see, dark chrome yellow, then I've got dark cadmium yellow, and I've got, can't even see myself, burnt ochre. There we go. Okay, so I take the lightest of them all, and I am, actually no I'm not, I'm going to take the medium orange, which is our dark cadmium yellow, and I'm going to go around the outside very lightly, let that colour build up. I think this might be the only one on this page of this fruit. So yeah, there's all sorts of fruits out there I had no idea about, and that are very delicious apparently. So I'm going to go round and build up like a kind of crescent moon shape, if you like, on this fruit. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to deepen it up, really get that colour in there. And I'm not pressing hard because I've got the other colours to put in. So we did it, folks. We're through Monday. So this is Monday evening I'm recording. It may not, I doubt very much it will go up tonight, but I'll come home and finish it tomorrow. But there's such a lot of elements in this page that I thought I'd better start recording, otherwise you're going to have a 3-hour long video. Okay, so that was our dark cadmium yellow. Now the rest of the fruit I'm going to curl, no that wasn't, that was, gosh, goodness sake Lucy, dark chrome yellow. The rest of the fruit I'm going to colour in dark cadmium yellow. So I'm just going to fill that in. And I will deepen this up. And you want to make sure that you're happy with this before you add that third colour, because that's just going to be used to bring out all like the sections of the fruit. So I'm going to go back in, so we've definitely got that, those 2 tones showing. Actually looks like a really nice fruit. I love melon. I don't know if anybody's ever tasted any of these. Actually don't even know if it's edible for humans. It's not as easy as you think trying to find all these fruits, and when I picked the Mandrill page he jumped out at me, and of course that's why I selected him. he immediately jumped out. I thought, I have to colour him. But it didn't occur to me just how many little bits on this page we were going to have to do. Okay, and I'm just going back in again with this orange and building that up, because I don't want to press hard because we've got to go over with our third colour in areas. So I want that pencil to still work. Okay. Sorry. Just had a thing pop up on my screen. I just wanted to see what it was. Okay, right. Make sure you are happy with this colouring, because there probably won't be any going back once we've done this. So I'm just going to make sure I've put in as much of that as I want. I've got that layered up. There we go. Okay, now I've got the burnt ochre. So in each of these, I hope you can see, in each of these there is a little sections. So what I'm doing with the burnt ochre is I'm just going to go in and pick out those sections at the bottom of them, and in this little spike here. And it kind of looks really effective when you filled it all in. And if you follow where Kerby's given you some of the darker lines, it just really works. It's incredible. Hope you can see. I don't know if that's helping. Let's turn that off. Is that any better? And I'm just going to give some shading into those little sections all around this little fruit. And gosh, I hope you can see. This screen really doesn't tell me what you can see and what you can't. It's just kind of building up this rounded illusion. It's very clever, just by following Kerby's lines, and you kind of begin to get this, that it is a round shape rather than just a flat bit on your page. So that's literally all I'm doing, is just putting this, what did I say it was, burnt ochre, like that. I hope it's picking up. Around each of these little shapes. Well, it's going to take some time, but it'll be worth it. Keep your pencil sharp so it works better, because you've got some very tiny spaces in here. And just letting it fade into that orange. There, really cool. Okay. I won't spend any longer on that, otherwise, like I say, we will be forever. I will finish that one off on camera. Let me put to one side. Yeah, you can have him staring at you while I'm sorting out the next pencils. Okay, what did I say they were called? I don't know. So these ones, I'm pretty sure, are called, let me just click on it, I've got it up on the screen. Yeah, they are. They're called Pollia berries. And when I read on them, they look blue, but actually they're not. So let me get the camera, I'll come and try and bring you these ones here. They look blue, but they've got no blue pigment in them. Isn't that bizarre? So, now this is going to be bright because I want them to look bright and beautiful. And it's going to be the only blue on here so far other than his face, but it seems to kind of work well, and obviously we don't want to take away from the brightness of him. Okay, so I've got 4 colours here. I've got Indian Throne Blue, which we did use on his face. Then I've got bluish turquoise. Then I've got cobalt green. Sorry, could you see that? And I've got light cobalt turquoise. Okay, right, I'm just going to sharpen my dark one. So my Indian Throne Blue. That's just sharpened, and gosh, I'm not very organised again. I do apologise, people. It's because I've been practising with them. I photocopied the page and then did a bit of practice. Okay, so we're going to take the lightest colour, which is our light cobalt turquoise. And if I start on, let's say this berry, you can see there's a dark bit there that Kerby's given us. Now in this top bit, I want that to be our lightest there. So I'm going to put the light cobalt turquoise in. Then I'm going to go in with the cobalt green. And I'm going to mix those two in together. And bring that in. Kind of working backwards this time. It's just because I want to make sure that I keep that area of bright. Then I'm taking the bluish turquoise, and I'm going to make sure that I get where Kerby's given us that dark bit. Isn't that a gorgeous combination? Isn't that lovely? It's a gorgeous colour, that one. And then finally the Indian Throne Blue, and I'm just going around the base of the berry, just to deepen up that bottom. Yeah, so apparently they look blue, they almost look iridescent, but they're they've got no blue pigment in them. Isn't that bizarre? So I'm just going back in now and just rebuilding that colour. Okay. And just make sure that's all blended in together. Isn't that cool? So it doesn't take away from his face, but they are beautiful and bright. So let's do another one together. So I'm trying to find a similar one that we just did. They're all the same. You'll find the light spot Kerby's given you. So I'm going to put the light cobalt turquoise in there. Yeah, I got it right. So light cobalt turquoise. You can afford to bring that down because you can go over it. And then the cobalt green, and then go round that. Okay, then we're going to take this gorgeous, gorgeous colour, bluish turquoise, and make sure that we've covered up that dark spot that Kerby's given us. And then the Indian Throne Blue, and just fill the base of that in with the Indian Throne Blue. Okay, and I'm going to go backwards. So I'm going to take the bluish turquoise, just make sure that's all blending in together. Then the cobalt green, and then the light cobalt turquoise. There we go. So that's how those berries are going to be coloured. Okay, so I have to set these to one side because you know what I'm like. I'm going to end up having to come back and watch my video with which colours. So I'll put those to one side. Okay, then we have got, what should we do next? These guys, what did I write them down as? I can't pronounce it. That's my own writing. I'm going to have to find it for you. but quite simple. So we've got them, these two here and there, okay? So I've got quite a combination of colours, but don't be put off by that. I've got quite a lot. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colours. Don't be put off, please. You know, it's not that scary. It really isn't. Okay. I'm just going to put them into some order. Okay. So I've got cadmium, I hope you can pick up on that, cadmium yellow lemon. Then I've got light green. Then we've got permanent green. Then I've got olive green yellowish. Then we've got walnut brown. And maybe a tiny bit of ivory. Okay, so don't be put off by that. I know it sounds like a lot of colours, but excuse me, it's really very simple. So I'm taking my cadmium, I'm trying to get it so, there we go, cadmium yellow lemon, and I'm going to colour this whole fruit in that. Just lightly. And I'm just making sure it's all covered. And again, you want to, before we get to the really dark colours, you want to make sure you've got your greens in place before you move on, because like the horned melon, once you've put that dark colour over the top, you don't really want to smudge it all in together. Okay, so I'm just having a good base of that. It's a lovely colour, this one, real lime, beautiful lime colour. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with, oops, throwing them at you. I'm going in with the light green. I hope you can pick up on that. Hang on. Come on, camera. Oh, it's not, no, it's not playing. There you go, light green. Sorry about that. It's decided it's had enough on this Monday, and I'm going to pick out over the dark line and come out a little bit. So where Kerby's given us dark lines, I'm going to go over those and come out just a little bit. These are quite bright colours, but this fruit, when I can work out its name, I will write it back down and tell you when I come back on camera. Look like this. Real tropical, beautiful fruits. So I'm just following the dark lines and coming out a little bit further, because then we're going to go in with the other greens. Okay. Just making sure I've got enough of that down. Very pretty colour too. Okay, then we're going in with our permanent green. Well, that shows up very well, that one. It's on the darker pencils, isn't it? The lighter ones are having trouble with the camera. Okay, following the dark lines. But I'm not coming out as far as we did with the other green. I'm just picking out those darker lines. Okay, right, now it's at that point you decide, am I happy with that? I am going to go back in with our light green. There we go. And I'm just going to make sure I've got enough of that in there, just before we start going in with all our dark tones. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, I've got ivory, and just as a little bit of a blend, I'm just going to go over the whole thing. and it gives that green in the background, that very light green, the first colour we put down, even more of a yellow hue to it, but without taking away from the green, if that makes any sense. Okay, so next colour is orange, green, yellowish. Let me just have a sip of drink. There we go. Okay, so in there I'm going to flick some of this orange, green, no, olive green, yellowish. And this should hopefully, obviously give us some tone. Oops. But it will, I hope it will give us more of the shape of the fruit, if I'm making any sense, you know, so it's not just, again, not flat on the page. So I'm just flicking it in, and I'm following the lines, but doing them broken, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Okay, last colour, I'm very cautiously walnut brown. So again, I'm coming in and I'm just going to flick some of that where I want to give the fruit a kind of 3D look, if you get what I mean. Because it doesn't look 3D, but it just gives it shape, you know what I mean. I hope you do anyway. So that's it, I'm not putting any more walnut green in, walnut brown. I'm going back to our olive green yellowish. I'm just going to go back over that walnut because it's very dark, just to make sure that it blends in, just help it blend in. There we go. And we can go back, if you feel you've lost some of that brightness, you can go back in. So this is our light green. And then this is our very first colour, which is the cadmium yellow lemon. Gosh, that, I don't know if you can see that. There, we can streak that back in. There we go. And then the ivory. There, what do you think? I think that's come out really cool. Okay, so the other, let me put those to one side. That's a big batch of pencils. The other fruits here, now these could either be plantain or bananas. So I'm doing them as bananas. Because I don't want the whole page to be green. We've got some pinks and things coming in, but I don't want the whole page to be green. And plantain pictures that I've seen, I could be wrong, are green. So we have got all these colours in the wrong way round. I've got light chrome yellow. Are we going to have the same problem with these light pencils? And then we've got dark Naples, hang on, there we go, that's a good shot. Dark Naples ochre. Then I've got earth green yellowish, because I don't want them all to look like they're ripe and ready to eat now. And we've got brown ochre. Okay, so I'm going to do some of the bananas so they look like they're ripe and ready to eat, and some of them that have got a little bit of green in them so they're just ripening. Okay, so let's pick this one. So I'm using the light chrome yellow. I wonder if my shadow would help. No, there you go, light chrome yellow. And I'm going to put that all over this particular nana. There we go. Then I'm going to take dark Naples ochre, and up this bit here on the inside of that banana, I'm going to do that colour. And then at the base here, so this is a lovely ripe banana, and I'm just going back into, I've left white spaces on there, so I'm just colouring that. So yeah, back to the dark Naples ochre. I'm just going to put a bit of that in, and then because this is a ripe banana, I'm going to stick a little bit of this brown ochre in. And you can just give it a few very light brown patches, just so, back to the light colour, just so it looks more banana-ish. Right, so if I want to add some green in, let me do this one. This is a good one to show you. So I'm colouring that in our lightest colour, which is the light chrome yellow. Okay. Then I'm taking the dark Naples ochre again. I'm going to go up this bit because it's behind. I'm going to put a little bit up here, but not too much, just a little bit at the base. And then I'm going to take the earth green yellowish, beautiful colour this is, and I'm going to streak a little bit of that in. Not too much, I don't want it to look like it's gone off. There we go. Then back to our lightest colour. Okay, and I'm going to brighten that up even further. Do you remember the May green that we used? Can you see that? May green. I'm going to put some of that in because it's even brighter. We used the May green in his fur. I'm just going to streak a bit of that in. Okay. So I'm going to do the greener ones along the bottom and the riper ones on this top section. So yeah, so that's that. So we know now how to do the nanas. These fruit, which I will find out what they're called. So you've got that one and that one there, and those two behind. Then we're going to have these gorgeous blue fruits. And then what else have we got? Oh yes, this one. I'm trying to do it so I don't have to keep messing with the camera, because like I say, the tripod's gone a bit mental. Okay, there we go. Alright, this one. Okay, we are going to use, where are we? Oh, I've got a Crayart, which is lime. However, if you don't have it, you could use that, where's that one we had a minute ago? We could use this one, which is the chrome yellow lemon. So I just can't get it to show up. There we go. But I'm using the lime. Come on, camera. It's taking its time today. And I'm going to use this one pencil to give us the shading we want on this fruit. So I'm going in with our lime green from the Crayart. I'm going to cover that whole fruit, and I'm going to make sure I've covered it, but keep it quite light at the edges. Then what I'm going to do is put more layer on as we get into the thicker spiky bits. I'm trying not to rush it, I don't want to rush, but we have got a lot to get through. So, and then we've got the leaves to consider, so that's going to be fun. Okay. Right, make sure all the edges are covered. And then I'm going to start working my way back in. And as we get towards the centre, I'm going to make sure there's a darker coating of this lime going down in the centre. So I'm just going to keep going over it and building up the colour. And then come out to nothing. And just let it fade out. Did I say out to nothing? I didn't mean that. I meant let it fade out. Bit darker there because it's behind those plants. Okay, so I am going to add in our May green again just to the centre. Just for a little bit of a deeper green. So this is our May green polychromos. Okay, that's May green, and then I am just going to taking the crayon again. And I just want a little bit more colour than I've got on those edges. There we go, it's a beautiful, beautiful lime green colour. Okay, right, scary bit. It's not really scary. Okay, I am going to take crimson. And what I'm going to do is, well, first of all, we're going to make sure that you're happy with your blend, and I'm not there. And you really do need to make sure that you are happy, because this is obviously we're putting crimson over the top of green. You don't want to be going back over the top of it. So I just need to take my time for a minute on this one thing, if that's okay. I'm just going to come behind those fruits that are in front, because that might be a bit darker. There we go. Right, am I happy with that now? Because there's no turning back. Okay, so our crimson there. On the edge of the spikes, you need to make sure that you've got a sharp point, and on the edge of the little spikes, just do come down the sides and a little bit at the top of the spike on each one. It's going to take a while. There we go. And just take your time and let that purple build up on each of these little spines. Okay. So don't do too much, it's just literally adding that little touch of colour in there. There we are. So that is that one. Right, let me try and get this camera to come out and behave. Now, please bear with me one sec. Right, I'm going to have to lift you up a bit. See what I mean? I do apologise. Oh, maybe it's behaving. Hang on. Whoa. There we go. I'm going to hold it there for a second. So that's so far what we've got. So I'm going to go off and finish those gorgeous blueberries. I love them, aren't they lovely? Our bananas. Can't remember what this is called. Going to finish that. And I'm going to finish our, what did I say that was? Horned melon. And then I'll do a little bit more research. I know this one's going to be in pinks. This is in pinks. That'll be in pinks. But I'll try and tie it all together. Alright? Okay folks, I'll go off and finish that and I'll meet you here in a second. Okay folks, so this is as far as I've got. We did the blueberries and I've brought that blue in on these berries down here and the tiny ones at the bottom. We did the bananas or plantain. These ones up here. This is how the spiky one came out. I'm really pleased with that. Looks really cool. And I did the, what did we say it was called? Horned melon. I did those in the same colours as well, just so that it sort of unifies everything. I don't want too much going on. However, it's going to be quite difficult because these plants are in your face. And it's almost like he's peeping through, isn't he? So, I've given up trying to look for the real ones. I have to be honest. It's hard. So, we're going to ad lib, folks. And I have practiced, as you do. And I've got quite a lot of colours here. But please, again, don't be put off. I'm going to try and move my book. Just so that when I bring the camera down, it doesn't mess us up, because like I said, my tripod's gone skew-whiff. Alright, so we're going to focus on these, and I'm going to do them ready oranges, as we will do those the same. So we'll do these the same, and those berries there. Now these like apple type things, I'll have to think something else up. It's now 20 to 8 on a Tuesday, and as you can see, it's taken quite some time to put together. So apologies that you're waiting for the second half. I am doing my best to get them. I just don't want to rush him. It's so enjoyable that, yeah, I just don't want to rush him. So let's focus in on these. So let me bring the camera in. No, stop. Got it stuck on the tripod again. Hang on. And there's me trying to, so I don't have to move the tripod, and then I clamp, oh, it's all going wrong, people. Then I clamp the camera in the wrong place. Okay. Right, see what I mean? I'm going to have to move the book. Bear with me. Okay, there we are, finally. Sorry about the little ride, folks. So I have got quite a few pencils, but main pencil colours that we're going to use are these. So we've got, where are you? There you are. Middle cadmium red, deep scarlet red, dark chrome yellow, dark cadmium yellow, and we're going to throw in obviously a little bit of walnut brown and a little bit of burnt ochre. So we've got quite a bit, but don't be scared, because predominantly the two colours, the main colours are these four. So I'm going to move my book. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the dark cadmium yellow. Okay, so we'll start with this lovely big one. And what I'm trying to do is so that we haven't got too many colours going on, because we've got different things to put in. I'm trying to incorporate the colours that we've previously used, just so it's not a psychedelic mess, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm putting a base coat down of this dark cadmium yellow. Which is what we used on the horned melon, I think. Okay, so I've got a base coat of that down. Then I am going in with our dark chrome yellow, and I'm going to bring that up. And I'm doing it this way around so that I know that I leave enough of that first colour poking out. So I'm putting that in. Okay. I'm going to go back with our first colour and just make sure that that's all filled in. There we go. You won't start to see the contrast until we add the other colours. So we've got deep, where is it? I can't find you. Deep scarlet red. And here's where we're going to start to bring that in. So I'm just lightly now bringing that deep scarlet red in. Heavier at the base and letting it fade out. And I'm kind of following Kerby's lines. Put a little bit in there. So my thought would be kind of mango, but I'm making it up. I gave up trying to research all these different fruits that I can't even pronounce. So I thought we'd go with the flow and we'll use colours that we know blend in with the page. So I'm just going to put a little bit more, carry on with that for a minute. Okay, and then the last main colour is middle cadmium red. We're going to put that in at the bottom. Like that, and then I'm going to go backwards and just make sure that I'm blending all that in properly. There we go. Right, our lightest colour. Right, now just for a tiny bit more interest and a little bit more contrast, I'm going to use the burnt ochre and I'm going to bring that just around those edges and in there, just around that top bit. And then that's it, that's all I'm using that for. And then the walnut brown for these little bits at the top. And then I am just going to streak a few lines of it in, not too much. There, easy. And that is how I'm going to do all of those. And let me just, I've got to blend that bit, I don't like it. Wait a minute, 1 second. There we go. That's how I'm going to do all of those. And these big ones over here, they're going to be done the same. Right, now, let me get the book in place so I don't have to keep taking you for a ride. These guys, I don't know. But do you remember the ones we did at the top here? Well, of course you do, because it's the same video, it's just days later for me. I've got a little combination going on here of 4 colours. So I'm just trying to get you in the frame even. Okay. So I've got brown ochre, dark Naples ochre. I don't know if that light helps at all. Turn that off. Light chrome yellow. Gosh, it's so difficult to see these pencils. And May green. So we're bringing in a little bit of from his fur. So I'm taking the yellow, the light chrome yellow. There you go. And I'm going to coat it. And hopefully, like I say, this will just stop the page looking psychedelic. Although it is a tropical rainforest, so it can be whatever we want. But after we've put all this hard work in with all these little elements, you know, we don't want to look at the page and think, oh God, where are my eyes supposed to be looking? Because we need to focus on him. Okay, so that's the light chrome yellow, and I've given it a good base. Okay, now I'm going to take the... I was just thinking if I messed up the colours, but no I haven't. It's pretty similar to the colours we used for the bananas. So I'm going to take the dark Naples ochre. There you go. And I'm going to throw some of that in the darkest shady spots. There we are. Chuck a bit of that in. And then I'm going to take the, I keep going right up here, it's because my camera's normally up there. Brown ochre. We're going to put that in. When in doubt, folks, chuck an ochre at it. That's what I say. And then we're going to add our May green. So I'm going to streak that in. So it's going to be quite subtle in comparison to the rest of the page, but that's good. They almost look like some kind of squash, don't they? And then I might just add some earth green yellowish too. It's out on the desk, why not? So just a little darker. Just for a little bit of... depth at the base of it. Okay, let's do the other one together quick. So we've got our base down. Oh, I'm just going to open my window. Goodness me, give me a second. Whew. Bit of a flush, people, bit of a flush. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm now putting the dark Naples ochre in. It's been freezing in the UK over here, really, really cold. And we're still sat, lots and lots of places have had a lot of snow, and we're still sat for at least the rest of this week to remain cold. So of course the heating's on, and then I get overwhelmed because I shut my office door here and the room gets really hot very quickly. Okay, so we're going in now with brown ochre, if I can get you in shot. Okay, brown ochre. Then our May green. Takes me a long time to learn things, people, a long time to learn things. So I've spent 10 months with you putting my pencils here, and one slight change and I'm completely thrown. Okay, and earth green yellowish, and we'll just deepen that up. I'm going to put some more in here, just so they're not so insipid, you know, they've got a bit of colour. And then go back in with the yellow. Okay, so pretty straightforward really, nothing to be scared of. Lots and lots of colours, but just one colour at a time. Okie dokie. Right, where are we next? What did I do next? Oh yes. So let me try, and you're going to have to come for a ride. 1 second. Let's move out. So here he is so far. I hope you think that the colours are all working. I'm quite pleased with him. Sorry about this. I will order a new tripod. So those berries, like we did this mango down here, or whatever it is, I'm going to do those berries in that colour too. Those ones over there. Then we've got these these kind of plants. Can you see? No, you can't. There. And when I did look these up, because I hadn't got a clue, they're like the most incredible red into pink. So I'll show you how we're going to do that. Much easier, much less scary. This one. Okay. So I'm going to try and centre it there, and we'll zoom in so I don't have to keep faffing with the camera. Okay, so these ones like this. And then you've got it over this side of the page too. So you've got this plant. Oh, this is impossible. This plant and this bit here. So I'm going to do all those. Oh, sorry. Watching Colour and Chat with Sammy back. I missed her live today, so I've just pressed the keyboard. Okay, so these are the colours that I have got for this gorgeous, gorgeous plant. I don't even know if I'd be able to pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. So I've got dark red, I've got middle purple pink, then I've got light purple pink, and of course my favourite, a little bit of ivory. Okay, let's focus on these. So at the base of these bits, how did I do it? Here, let's try this bit. I'm going to put this dark, gorgeous red. Just come up a little bit. And then the middle purple pink. They blend really well together. And then our light purple pink. And I'm just going to leave the tip, and I'm going to put ivory over that. There. They're such beautiful plants. I don't know what they're called, but I'll fill that bit in. It's going to be dark red. So I thought that's how I'd do it. And it would just help to break up those greens so that we've got a few, other than his gorgeous face of course, we've got a few bright colours going on around the page. But like I say, without it being psychedelic. Okay. And then our ivory. So that's fairly straightforward. There we go. But looks, I just want to get in there. Looks quite effective and really cute. So, what else have I got? So these berries over here, let me try and shift the book. We'll go back to our combo of, these will be the reds, like the one that I said looked like a mango. And I think also, where are we? These little ones down here, they're going to be the mango colours too, aren't they? So I'm going to do those, that colour. Does that make sense? I hope so. So I'm going to go off and finish our pink plants and the mango type plants, and then we'll come back and rejoin. Hopefully, he can stare at you for a minute. Hopefully, I will get this video up to you tomorrow. It's just taking longer than I thought. Alright, give me a couple of seconds folks and I'll be back. Okay guys, here he is coming along in all his splendour, and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. So for the last part tonight, I've done everything else but left these kind of apple looking things. Now there is, I actually got a picture up. Camu. They just look like apples to me. But I've left that, and then so tonight we're going to do that last bit, and then I will focus on the leaves tomorrow. But I think as a whole page so far he's looking excellent. I'm glad I took the red out of his mouth, and I'm just really enjoying it. So let's finish this bit together. Excuse the pyjamas. Now ready for bed. Okay, let's come in. Okay, so as I said, those berries I used the same as we did for these fruits. but because they're smaller they just look a little different, so that's all. Okay, so again I've got quite an array of pencils, but don't be put off. It's you know, if I can do it, you can do it. It's easy. So let's see, I'm going to put them in the order of which they're going to go. So I have got dark Naples ochre. See, when in doubt, throw in an ochre. Dark chrome yellow. Can you pick that up? Oh, that's better, isn't it? Deep scarlet red, earth green yellowish, and orange green yellowish. Okay, don't panic. So it's quite difficult because it's in the spine of the book. So I'm going to take my dark Naples ochre. I'm going to try and do this one, although it is such a pain. Right, so I'm going to cover... How did I do it? Yeah, I'm going to cover this part in the ochre. It's so difficult in the spines of books to get in there. Okay, so I'm just lightly kind of mapping out where I want this reddy orange colour to go, and then we are going to throw in the earth green yellowish, because I want the green to come up the sides, so those two colours will help to the blend from the greens into the red. So I'm going in here, try and go in here. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back in with that dark Naples ochre, if you can see that. I'm just going to help that blend in a bit. There we go. And then, okay, so at the base here where the dark bits are that Kerby have given us, let me centralise you, I'm going to use olive green yellowish, and I'm going to start to bring that in. I'm going to try and keep my hand out of your way. And I'm doing this lightly because I need those colours to merge. Oh, spine in the way. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with the earth green yellowish and deepen that up. Be a bit braver. Okay, then I'm going to take the deep scarlet red and I'm going to bring that in. My backing sheet got in the way. Going to take my big fluffy dressing gown off. I got hot again. So as soon as I shut the door in here, it's like I say, it's a tiny room and it gets hot so quickly. It's like a sauna. Okay, so I'm battling the spine. And I am just for this bit going to take this sheet out because I can't get it right in that corner, and it's going to create lines on my page. So I'm just gently building that up and bringing that out. Okay, then I'm going to bring in that dark orange yellow. I hope you can pick that up. Dark orange yellow, and I'm going to help that blend. And then when I'm happy, we can go back in and smooth it all out. There we go. Right, let's take back all our colours. So I'm going to go back in with our olive green yellowish and deepen up those darker areas. Okay, earth green yellowish. Really get that colour going. I'm trying to keep my hand out of your way. Oh, pain in the bum, isn't it? The spines of these books. Okay, then back in with the dark Naples ochre. And then I'm going to bring that, the dark chrome yellow. Bring that down. Really let those mix in. And then back with our dark colour, which is the deep scarlet red. I'm just going to try and push the page down. Who said colouring isn't a workout, eh? I'm back with that orange. There. Like that. Oh dear, I hope that's okay. I hope you like it. It's been quite difficult to try and balance the page out. But give it some reality, if you know what I mean, so it's not just in your face. Should we do this last one together? I know there's a little one behind there, but let's do it together because I've used quite a lot of colours. So, dark Naples ochre. I just suddenly had a thought. I looked at my camera and didn't think it was recording. Oh, that would have been awful. Okay, so bringing that in. Then the earth green yellowish. This is like our transition colour, which works really well. Okay. Oh, we don't need it up there. Okay. So earth green yellowish, then our olive green yellowish in those dark areas. Put a little bit in there. Okay. Now, reds. So we've got the no, we don't. We're going to use the orange, which is dark chrome yellow. Oh, even I'm struggling to see it. I'm getting tired now. This is really late at night. It's like midnight for me. It's not really, but for my body it feels like it's midnight. I'm normally in bed very early. And I've just had too much fun. with the Kerbster and colouring this page, and I wanted to get it up to you, but it also is good for you to see that actually these pages take a long time. It's not just sit down and bang it out and, you know, move on to the next one. They do take an awful lot of time. Okay, let's get that red in. So concentrating there. Might even bring a little bit into that bit. Deepen that up. And then back in with our orange. There we go. And a bit of orange in there. It's a bit rough. And then our earth green yellowish. Okay, let's deepen that olive green yellowish. Come up here a bit. A bit more of the earth green yellowish in here. There. I like it. I wish I could blend this bit a bit better. Let's just try that. And then the orange. That's a bit better. Just have to keep working on the blend. I hope you like that. I was quite pleased with it. So I'm going to finish that one off camera. You don't need to see me do another one. And then, people, I'm going to drink my cup of tea and get some sleep, and then tomorrow we can, let's come out, then tomorrow when I film we can finish the whole picture with the leaves. But I hope you like it. I am thrilled to bits with it. I'm really pleased with how he's turned out. Okay, give me a few seconds and by the magic of YouTube I will be back. Okay folks, so here I am and we are ready to just finish off the leaves. It's now Monday late afternoon. I've just got home from work and I really want to finish this page up with you so I can get it out to you. Now, the one thing I did notice is the balance of the page feels a little off because we've got oranges almost framing this part and nothing over here of those colours. So we've got a lot of like the banana-y, greeny, yellow colours in this corner. So I'm thinking that we're going to introduce some orange into the top of that. And on top of these like squash-like plants. So if I bring you in, I think if I don't fiddle too much, I think I've got the tripod sorted for a bit. And if we use the deep scarlet red that we used over there, and I'm just going to streak in some orange. I don't think we'll need too much, but I just feel it's off balance. That there's too much yellowy greens and not enough of any other colour that we've used. So the only other colour that I could think that would balance it out would be like an orangey red, so that's what I went for. Okay, so I'm just going to streak that colour in. There, and I think that will just give us a little bit of balance on the page. I hope that makes sense, guys. It was just feeling too orangey, yellowy brown over here and not enough vibrancy. And I just wanted to tie the page together, really. So I'm just lightly bringing that in. I don't know what this fruit is, so it can be whatever I want it to be. So my theory behind giving you the dates and time. Well, the days that I'm doing it is to give you an idea. You know, when I say it's now Saturday night or it's now Monday, like I've just said, Monday afternoon, will give you an idea of just how long it takes to do one of these pages. You know, you watch an hour-long video and you think, oh, I can do that really quickly, but they do take an awful long time. So this is dark Naples ochre, and I'm just going to go over that and just smooth in that orange. There we go. And I just think it will help to pull everything together. So I will go over that and blend it better. But we're here for the leaves, so let's focus on the leaves. Okay, if we look down here at this, can you hear the pencils everywhere? They are everywhere. I must have the whole entire 120 set of polychromos out. Oh, it's madness, people, madness, I tell you. Okay, so I'm just going to use two colours. I want to keep it very simple because we've got enough colour going on now on the page with him in the forefront that I don't want the leaves to take away from anything. So I've got deep cobalt green and I've got permanent green olive. Just two colours. So these leaves that look kind of like ferns, I am going to take the dark colour, which is the deep cobalt green, and I'm going to go down the centre with our deepest colour. Just going to move my sheet out of the way. I've knocked it. And this is like a really sort of bluey peacock kind of colour, really. So then I'm going to take, do you want me to come in? Should I come in a little bit? Yeah, I should. Hang on. Okay, that's better. So this leaf, for example, I am going to come up at the base and let it fade out. And then I'm going to take the permanent green olive and mix those two in. They're a very different green, but I like it. I'm making it up as I go along, but I like the combination together. Just so it's not the same as the green we've put on him, and just gives us that little bit of interest. So all the fern plants like that, I'm going to do like that, and I think it looks really cool. That bluey green against the green. Okay, so that is, let's come back out so you can see, would help. Okay, so a bit further, Lucy. There we go. Right, so we've got this fern. There's a little one down here. I'm calling it a fern, palm tree, like leaves. A little one down here, and one over here. So I'm going to do all of those like that. Easy, people, easy. So where am I need to just lay them down so I don't lose them. Okay, next easy one. Oh, let's do this one because this has got the three colours. Okay, so we're going to be looking at, there is a lot of these leaves around. We're looking at these ones. So we've got these ones, these ones, these ones, those ones, those ones. They're all going to be done in this combination. And again, another quite an odd combination, but it works well. So if I bring you in, let's focus on this one. Let's focus on these. I've got darkest to lightest. I've got chrome green opaque. We've got earth green, and then we've got grass green. Quite a contrast in colours. So if I go in to start with my, let me just turn the book so I'm comfortable a little bit. If I go in to start with this chrome green opaque, which is our darkest, I'm going to come up the stem of the leaf up here, and I'm going to just do in the corner and bring it round so it highlights that the vein of the leaf. Same on this side. So in that little corner and bring it round. So essentially the darkest part of our leaf is the centre. Can you see? Yes, you can. Same with this one. Same there. Then on this one, and we start working back. So we get that kind of look. And then I need my sharpener. Why does my sharpener... I love this M&R, there it is. I love my M&R sharpener, I really do. But it likes to go walkabouts. I'm sure I've got colouring pixies in the room because I'll put it down, think I know where it is, and it moves. So this is the earth green, and we're just going to go in there and bring that out. Now this helps to sort of tone things down for when we put that grass green over the top. We're just going to follow where we've put the darkest colour. Just bring that in. Alright, and then we're going to go in with this really bright grass green, which we can always tone down if you want to. But I wanted them to be a bit fun, you know. Tropical leaves are generally bright, aren't they? Lush greenery. Okay. So we can do that again and we can build that up. That's our dark. And then if we go back in with the earth green, which is a gorgeous colour, it won't obliterate that grass green, but it does tone it down to a nice earthy hue if you put the earth green over the top. Look at that. Isn't that clever? So we're going to get some brightness in the leaf. Oops, I'm chucking them about now. Brightness in those leaves without it overwhelming the page. So I just thought it looked, you know, like I say, we've got enough brightness on the page. So that's those ones. All of those, we've got lots to cover there, are going to be done in those colours. I hope I don't get in a pickle now, like I normally do. Right, what other leaves we've got? Then we've got these little tiny ones. There's not many of these about. We've got a few over here. Do you see, curling around his face? And then we've got some tiny ones by these blue buds that we've done. So I've simply got two colours again. I've got chrome oxide green and juniper green. I'm going to need to sharpen that one. Okay. So taking the chrome oxide green, and the same as we've done over there, nice and simple. I'm going to start at the base and bring that chrome oxide green out. Let it fade away. And then the juniper green in over the top. It's a really pretty combination. And then of course you can deepen it up so that you get a better contrast if you want it. But I have no intentions, people, of firstly outdoing the page with lots of leaf colouring, and secondly spending weeks colouring individual colours of leaves. It would drive me bananas. Excuse the pun. Sorry. Oh dear. This is half term next week, so I'm going to get more and more silly as the week goes on because it's very exciting that I get pyjama days again. So that's how I'm going to do that. Alright, let's come out and look at our page. Okay. I've set myself quite a mammoth task to get through again. So I'm going to go off screen and colour those leaves in that we've talked about. Then I'm going to come back and we'll see what's left, if anything. Alright, I'll see you in a second, folks. Ta-da! So, here we are. We're on the final stretch, folks. One thing I just wanted to explain to you is the colour combination we used for the majority of the leaves, which was this one, which was the chromium green opaque, the earth green and grass green. I added just down the centre of the leaf here a little bit of hooker's green, because I just needed to brighten it up. I felt it was a little too dull. So I want to finish the page with you. So we've got some browns just for the little twiggy bits. Okay, so if I bring you in, here we go. I'll move the book rather than the tripod. You'll hear the clanking of all my 120 pencils. I've got so many out. It's going to take me forever to put them back in the case. So for the little tops of these guys here, I'm going to use the burnt ochre, and I'm just going to give that a bit of colour there. And a tiny bit of the brown ochre just around the top, just to deepen it up a little bit. Okay, I'll do the same on those, so we'll do it together. I want to finish the page together. Can you see? No, I apologise. So this is our, what did I say? Burnt ochre. Just at the tops of those, and a little bit of brown ochre, just for a little bit more depth. Oh look, there's a little bit of, I'll get me May green, a little bit of furlet. And I'm really pleased with the fact that I picked that image that gave him that kind of greenish looking fur, because it goes so well with the jungle theme. Okay, so we've got, let me try and shift my page. So we've now got these like branch bits. So I've got walnut brown. We've used it already in the image, so I thought it would really help. So I'm going to put that at the base of the branch, and then use the brown ochre just to fill that in. Absolutely simple. Okay. Oh my gosh, I've had so much fun with this page. And I just want to colour more and more. I've loved it. So thank you to everyone that's watched. It's a shock to me how many of you have viewed it, and I do appreciate it, I really do. And I hope you've enjoyed doing it with me. We're nearly there, folks. I am going to have to pull you down a bit because my unruly pencils won't allow me to, sorry, there we go, won't allow me to have the book where I want it. All the space I've got in this room, and I still managed to make a horrendous mess everywhere. So the walnut brown just at the base of the tree or the branch. I've missed a little bit out there. We'll put the walnut brown in there at the top of that fruit. Carry on with our branch. Okay, and then, oh, I've forgotten the colour, brown ochre. brown ochre into that. There we are. And we're nearly there. It's so exciting. I'd actually be sad that this page is done. I have loved every second of it. Oh, it's just so beautiful. So we're going to do these round the berry, and we are going to bring that dark in, and we'll have the dark coming off the top of the berries. I don't know what, I think that's just like stalk, you know. So we'll put the brown in there, and then in with our ochre. A little bit of ochre in the other places. There. We've only got a few more to do, folks. Yeah, I've absolutely loved it. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. It's just been exactly what I needed. A real boost in confidence. And yeah, I've just loved it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the dark at the bottom. So the walnut at the bottom. A bit of walnut there. Bring that in. And for those of you that don't have Kerby's book yet and are waiting for it, honestly, it will be so worth the wait. Seriously, in my opinion, I'm just saying, it is his best works yet. It's just my opinion. You might not agree when it arrives, but oh my gosh, I love it. Just the most fantastical work with such a good cause behind it. Oh, picked up a bit of pencil sharpener, pencil eraser there is what I meant. Okay, go around the base of this. So nearly there. Bear with me, we'll be 2 or 3 more minutes and then we will have completed it together, which I like doing at the end of a colour along. And I might go back in when we're off camera and just help this to reblend, deepen it up, just so you're not sitting watching me put 2 colours down, which is not necessary. I'll just get it done quickly. Here we go, nearly there. Okay, last bit is this bit. So we'll put the walnut in here. I love how those berries came out. I love that colour combination. I think they look really good. Okay. Here we go. And this is the last bit, folks. Look at the base there. Alright. Off the page. Alright. Let's come out. I think we've done everything. Ta-da! Okay, hang on. There we go, look. Let me just excuse my pyjamas in the image. There we go, look at that. I am so pleased with him. Is there a bit of, yeah, that's probably more the truer colour look. I am so pleased with him. Sorry about the glare and the camera falling on you. Yeah, there we go. Another colour along completed together. I am so pleased with him. He is beautiful. Oh, I forgot to show you. Quick, just quick. We'll see how many of you have stuck around right until the end. Look what I noticed when I was colouring in. Look. Can you see? New feature to Kerby's books. Page numbers. How cool is that? It's the small things, people. I keep saying it. It's the small things. Alright, my lovely friends. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I have so enjoyed it. I will plan for our next colour along as soon as I'm able. I want to challenge myself to do another page off camera, and then I will be back in the next few days for us to do another colour along together. I really hope you've enjoyed it, but I'll let you go for now. So take really good care of yourselves, folks. Night night.